Since October 7th, if there's one ancient Hebrew prophet with lessons for today, it is Jeremiah, known as Hebrew as Yirmiyahu. Jeremiah's time, marked by upheaval and existential threats to the Jewish nation, has striking parallels to the challenges Israel and the Jewish people face today. In this introduction to the book of Jeremiah, I want to touch upon three themes in Sefer Yirmiyahu that have profound meaning for our own generation. Both eras share themes of political instability and the threats from hostile neighbors. Two is that both eras suffered from internal division, and the third theme is that both periods grappled with questions of moral and spiritual challenges and resilience. Number one, external threats and geopolitical tensions. In Jeremiah's era, the kingdom of Judah was caught between the powerful empires of Babylon, Assyria, and Egypt, each vying for control of the region. This placed Judah in a precarious position, and the decisions of its leaders often exacerbated the threat, as alliances were made without full consideration of divine guidance, resulting in tragic consequences. Today, Israel exists in a similarly tense geopolitical landscape, surrounded by enemies, some of whom have expressed open hostility towards our own very existence. Additionally, broader global powers, the superpowers such as the United States, and also Russia and China exert influence in the Middle East, creating a complex and delicate balance of alliances and rivalries that impact Israel's security and our sovereignty. In both eras, the surrounding environment creates a sense of vulnerability. For Jeremiah's Judah, this ultimately culminated in exile. For contemporary Israel, the potential risks include security threats, diplomatic isolation, and the moral tests of maintaining Jewish values amid such challenges. The second theme is internal divisions. Jeremiah's message was not just a political one, but also a call for inner renewal and unity under Hashem's covenant. Yet he found a nation deeply divided. Some were drawn to foreign practices and idol worship, while others held to Hashem's laws, but with a rigid, formalistic approach that neglected true righteousness and compassion.
Are you enjoying this Bible class? Take your study deeper with Bible Plus. Explore over 200 courses taught by expert Israeli educators, right from the land where it happened. Get a free month trial using the code BibleStudy at checkout. The link is in the description below. Now back to your class.
Today, internal divisions within Israel are similarly pressing. There are significant cultural, religious, and political differences among Israeli citizens and between Jews worldwide, with debates over issues like religious observance, social justice, political policies, and the identity of Israel as a Jewish nation state. These internal divides can weaken national unity and create fractures in our collective resilience, echoing the societal disarray that Jeremiah saw as part of Judah's moral decline. And the third theme is the moral and spiritual challenges, and that is Jeremiah's prophecies focus heavily on the importance of returning to God through justice, compassion, and authentic worship. In his time, the people's spiritual condition had degraded. They were practicing idolatry and neglecting the ethical demands of the Torah. Today, Jewish identity and spirituality continue to face challenges, albeit of a different nature. Many struggle with assimilation, secularization, and questions about the role of religion in modern life. In Israel, the balance between a Jewish and democratic state raises questions about how best to preserve Jewish identity while maintaining social inclusivity and justice. Contemporary Israeli society and the broader Jewish world grapple with how to stay true to core Torah values while engaging with a complex, often secular, and globalized world. This dynamic mirrors the moral dilemmas of Jeremiah's time, reminding us of the prophet's call for a renewal of faith that is both sincere and compassionate. Despite the challenges he faced, Jeremiah offered a vision of hope that transcended his immediate reality. His prophecy of a new covenant, a deep, internalized relationship with Hashem God, speaks to the potential for spiritual renewal even after devastation. Similarly, contemporary Israel as the center of Jewish life represents the fulfillment of prophetic visions of return and rebuilding. Modern Jews continue to draw strength from Jeremiah's message that even in times of hardship, God's covenant endures and the future holds the promise of redemption. I want to conclude with a very beautiful message taken from one of the most well-known passages from Jeremiah's prophecy, and that is in chapter 31. One of the most uplifting messages from the book of Jeremiah is found in 31 verses 16 and 17, where God offers reassurances to Israel through the metaphor of Rachel, weeping for her exiled children. Hashem speaks words of profound comfort and hope. Restrain your voice from weeping, your eyes from shedding tears, for there is reward for your labor, declares Hashem. They shall return from the enemy's land, and there is hope for your future, declares Hashem. Your children shall return to their country. From a Torah perspective, this promise goes beyond the immediate situation of exile to affirm the eternal connection and covenant between God and his people Israel. Despite the sins that led to exile, Hashem reassures Israel that their efforts and faithfulness will ultimately be rewarded and they will return to the land of Israel. This prophecy highlights God's enduring mercy and the assurance that Israel's relationship with him cannot be broken, no matter the physical or spiritual distance. This promise was not only for Jeremiah's generation, but for all generations, affirming that no matter how far we are scattered or how difficult the exile may seem, God's covenant with Israel is unbreakable. This verse embodies the ultimate hope that there's always a path back to closeness with God, to the land, and to redemption. And in fact, this verse is sang in synagogues on Shabbat whenever a new family makes aliyah to Israel and is welcomed by the congregation for the first time, and your children shall return to their borders. Vishavu banim ligvulam. While Jeremiah is known as the prophet of doom, his prophecies also contain much promise. By the time he becomes a prophet, the destruction of Judah and the temple is almost inevitable. Yirmiyahu tries one last time to awaken the Jewish nation to return to Hashem, but they refuse to listen and are exiled from their land. However, even in exile, far from their land, the Jewish people are not to abandon hope, as Hashem promises through Jeremiah in chapter 32, verse 41. I will delight in treating them graciously, and I will plant them in this land faithfully with all my heart and soul. Untatim ba'aretz hazot be'emet b'chol libi u'v'chol nafshi. In both ancient and modern contexts, Jeremiah's life and words serve as a reminder to prioritize justice, unity, and spiritual commitment, no matter how chaotic the world may seem. Jeremiah's call to trust in Hashem's plan and remain steadfast in faith and action remains deeply relevant today.